Welcome back on to this channel. Well, this is another strong one reaching us. Provide killers of our gallant soldiers in 24 hours or else. They were not trained to be slaughtered like rams anyway, and then this had been said by Joseph Ønah, tells Delta community. All right, my people, the news in details. Former spokesman of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the Southeast and then the current chairman of Forum of former members of Enugu State House of Assembly, FOF Mayor Dr. Joseph Ønah, has advised the Okwama community in Delta State to provide the suspects who by soldiers that were on peace mission in the community within 24 hours. Ønah said that the suspects were not militant but well-known members of the community, and no such atrocious, cruel assassinations of our brave and gallant officers could have been carried out without the active participation of the entire community. By implication, it would be in the best interest of the community to surrender them to the federal government. He also faulted the Amnesty International for its inability to condemn the dastardly act where Nigeria security agents on peacekeeping mission were slaughtered and decapitated like rams by natives for no good cause. Ønah said that the buying was not just a communal clash but a threat to peaceful coexistence and internal security of the nation. The people of Okwama community committed atrocious and willful slaughtering of our gallant officers of the Nigerian army, and their actions are worse than what was witnessed during the Civil War. Even at the point of the Civil War, they showed respect for fallen soldiers. They have not only assaulted the Nigerian army, but they have declared war on Nigeria and every single Nigerian. Our brave men and the women of the army and all sister enforcement agencies were not trained to be slaughtered like rams. They have sowed the wind and must reap the whirlwind. The aftermath of NSAS ushered a new generation of criminals that went on a rampage buying police officers without reason, and until we say enough is enough, we all will be at their mercy. He also wondered why there is always a case of civilian population striking against the security agents whenever a southerner becomes the Nigerian president, citing the case of the Odi massacre during the Olusegun Obasanjo regime, President Jonathan's regime, and now President Bola Tinubu's regime. But I promise those characters that have contributed to undermine the Tinubu-led administration that we learned from the mistakes of the Jonathan's administration, and I assure them that this nation isn't 80. We will not negotiate with terrorists from any quarters, but we will ensure that the sovereignty and the unity of Nigeria remains intact at all costs. Let me remind the Chief of Army Staff that earlier this year, Israel Defense Forces (IDF) had launched a retaliation and investigation into the disaster that led to the death of 21 soldiers in Gaza. The rest is history. In February, the United States began strikes to retaliate for drone attack that fight 3 American soldiers in Iraq and then Syria against Iran Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps IRGC and then affiliated groups. The Biden administration called it a multi-tiered response to a deadly drone attack that killed 3 American soldiers. U.S. forces struck more than 85 targets associated with the IRGC's Elite Quds Force and then affiliated militias. Hence, I urge the Nigerian Army to respond accordingly. Alright, the airstrikes were in retaliation for the killing of 2 French Special Forces troops in the helicopter downing in Magron. Finally, no ethnic group from any quarter in Nigeria can destabilize the current administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Enough is enough. We must learn the necessary lessons and do everything to preserve the lives of our brave men and then women of our armed forces. It is time to return the favor and restore sanity. It is time to protect the lives and the properties of innocent Nigerians and then residents. It is time to put an end to acts of sabotage against the administration of President Bola Tinubu, and then if wisdom and the caution isn't applied by these disgruntled elements, be rest assured that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu led administration will provide and prove to those characters that Nigeria is not IT. Alright, and then exactly what is reaching us. Well, this is so sad anyway. Well, provide the people who fight our gallant soldiers in 24 hours or else, because this set of people were not trained to be slaughtered like rams. And this has been said by Joseph Ønah as he tells the Delta community. All right, and then right now this is so strong, and then this is something I believe should not actually be happening. Well, please, our soldiers should not be allowed to go to such errand, whether it is in the ground of peace or war, without having their guns with them. I still find it hard to believe our beloved soldiers went to somewhere without carrying their weapons. That's so serious. Why don't the army deploy their intelligence service to track the bias? Why will an entire community be roped into a crime committed by some people whose identity and then origin are not yet known? Well, the community could not have sent the bias to carry out the act. Well, I think that's another one. Which peace mission when over 200 pupils kidnapped in Kaduna are yet to be rescued, and then they were to rescue an individual? Well, that's another one. Well, Mr. Man, this is so serious. How did we get here in the first place? I understand how insecurity has hit deep in the northern side, but it is foolishness to think the same rubbish should happen here in the south. Those slaughtered soldiers to have their families, members, wives, children, brothers, and then sisters, so isn't justifiable. But Igbo comments here are well known with senseless write-up. Okay, well, I think a lot of people are just trying to contradict some issues right now, but the fact remains that I think as far as this country is concerned, there has never been a proper security check, and that's exactly what will definitely cause a lot of trouble, that has been causing a lot of trouble though already in the country. It's only the good Lord that will help us. In fact, right now the rich also cry. That's exactly how I can all put this right now. Well, my brother, my sister, this is exactly what we are talking about, and then this is what it is right now. On to this one, my people. What more can we say? Meanwhile, let me have your own take, my people, on this, and Remember to subscribe for more updates if you're just joining us on this channel for the first time. All right, thanks and God bless.